All right, one semifinal down, one to go here on the Quake Open League North American Elite Playoffs. Again, just a lot of words to cram in my mouth, a lot of Quake to cram into a weekend, but we are hard at it here as we've got Dramis and dooi ready for their matchup, and yeah, this one's going to be fantastic, I think.
Yeah, I honestly, when I was looking at the brackets early, I anticipated that we would see this matchup here in the semifinals. So I don't want to show my hand on how I actually, if I was to do a NCAA tournament bracket, I don't want to say how accurate I am right now, but I'll just say I was 100% accurate. Wait, I did say how accurate I am. Okay, well, anyway. I'm pretty much 100% right now on my picks.
So you know how much of a dooi fanboy I am, but I gotta say, in his matchup against Sib, like it was very, very close. And not to take anything away from Sib, but there were a few moments, like even when dooi was thinking that he was in the right brain space, that he was actually getting like routed behind. I don't know if Dramis is going to be the kind of player to try to like play up to that, but if he is, it could be trouble for dooi.
Yeah, definitely. dooi looked a little shaky in that win against Sib, and I admit I'm a dooi fanboy myself. I love dooi. He's a great player, great guy. But Dramis too. I've been liking how he's been working in King of the Hill, and I've been keeping an eye on him. So yeah, this is going to be a very, very interesting matchup. This is honestly, like I said, when I looked at the bracket, this was a matchup I was expecting and very much looking forward to. So whoever wins this match too, Chain. Good for Chain, though. He's just sitting there in the winner's circle waiting. So maybe these guys will beat each other into a pulp, and lighten them, even it up a little bit for Chain. He'll be like, oh, these guys are all beat up now, so I got him. And we do have a Slash coming into the fore for him as well. So we are mixing up the champions a little bit. We are seeing some of these signature plays coming through a little bit. dooi, of course, is color coordinated as always. But here on our first map for Ruins of Sarnath, it's going to come down to a lot of factors, not the least of which being just raw rails, my favorite kind. Well, I will give credit for dooi for the colors and everything, because I will say, win or lose, you should look good. Period. Looking good is important. So I'll just put that out there.
All right, but doi's going to get the spawn out on the Mega Ledge. He's going to be getting the grab for that. No delaying it. He's really expecting a fight from Dramis here. He's got to realize, hey, Dramis is also a visor. He's not going to be speeding in as that Slash right away. But now doi's going to have a little bit of a fight here for his own railgun, losing quite a bit of that Mega right away. And no armor whatsoever, but now he's got a full stack of weapons here. Dramis, I don't think he should have a rocket just yet. He's going to be going for it just at the moment. And doi's not there to do anything about it. So Ruins of Sarnath is pretty polite when it comes to the initial spawns. Like, one of you is getting rocket and Mega, the other is getting armor and LG rail. And then figuring out who is able to get an LG rail next and who's going to be able to get a rocket next, that's really where a lot of the first sparks can fly. But right now, both players are happy just to let everybody have everything.
A little surprised, Dramis just kind of gave up that armor there. I felt like he recognized the split, but I think he didn't. I don't think he realized the armor was going to be up like that. I'm a little shocked. I think he might have just forgot the timing there, or just forgot to go back, or maybe he didn't like his positioning and felt he would have to go in there weak, but he really let dooi off the hook there. I felt Dramis was going to have a stranglehold on control.
Especially with dooi going downstairs like that, and then back up the top T. That's usually a very dangerous point, but Dramis actually got rocketed off of there, and dooi can at least physically keep the pressure on, but with that rail taken, yeah, he's got to back off. But he was just back here. Like, this is not a good place for him to come back to a second time.
Yeah, not good for dooi here at all. Yep, nothing. I mean, where's he going to go?
Yeah.
And these players, even when you only got left or right to go, you're not going to fool them that much.
Nope.
I mean, they're just going to hate you. So,
especially with the footsteps now, yeah. So Mega taken by Dramis. He wants to keep some of this pressure up. He's got dooi spotted, but that rail is going to stop him dead in his tracks. Well, alive in his tracks, at least for the moment. dooi still trying to play out a couple more of these angles and using the double jump on the Doom guy effectively, if not, to the point of hitting him, which is really what you want to be doing out of that. But we got Dramis coming back into rocket launcher, and both of them kind of opening up here with LG, and Dramis finishing off with a nice, tasty rocket.
I mean, I'm really impressed with Dramis right now. It's just the way he's playing. Just very solid and consistent. Nothing too crazy. He's obviously hitting a lot of his good shots of his own. But the shots when he... look at that lightning. I mean, God.
Here I was about to say that dooi has turned entire rounds around just with his last mix, but not that time.
Yeah, just... he just seems very consistent, man. Even when he's in maybe bad spots. I mean, he's landing his shots, man. He's making you pay. If you're gonna push on him, he's making you pay for it. And on top of that, for the most part, he's playing very controlled, got a good read on where Dewey's going. He's playing off of the items really well, I feel. Again, recognizing, you know, is it good? How long is it good to keep this engagement going, right? Before the next item is up and you can fall back and grab stuff. I really feel he's done a good job of recognizing that fine line of I can push here, I can do some damage, but hey, you know what? Another item's going to come up, so I'm going to position myself in a way to where I can retreat to it, like he is now. He knows this Mega's going to be up. And see, now Dewey's going to have to come around, even with that rail shot. I mean, right? He's not denying him the Mega at all. In fact, it gave him full stack. Yeah. Maybe because he hit him before it. So, man, you got to give a lot of credit to Dramis here. And so he's setting an ambush. Dewey recognizing that's probably dangerous to go down there. I love this mental game that's going on between the two. Like, even the start, like right there is like, to me, is great Quake, because Dramis is going down. He had the heavy armor, and Dewey recognizes, like, if you go down there, you're dead. You know, it's just that simple. So still 0-0 right now. And he has firm control, man.
Yeah, and now he's got a good angle on where Dewey's pushing out of that teleporter. Doesn't really get any damage out of it, so right now he's not looking for a fight so much. He's not doing anything like, okay, I know I can take these items, but I know where you are, so I'm going to go fight you first and then maybe come back to an item. Nope. He is being very, very straightforward and playing it by the book, just taking everything he can, including hourglasses, getting that piercing sight back up, which might net him some piercing LG here. There's the opener. It's not a lot of damage, and here comes the punches from Dewey, but he's getting bounced around like the jackrabbit he is. And this could be the finisher from Dramis. There it is.
Yeah, it's nothing Dewey can do there. Obviously, I don't think he recognized sight was up because Dramis was just waiting for him. Excuse my stutter there. Oh, right before the armor pickup, too. That's just, ow. Yeah. I mean, you think you're going to die, right? You at least want to steal the armor before you die.
Dewey wants a frag here. He knows that Dramis is relatively low. He's going to try to take this Mega, but he's staying out here like 7 seconds too early. He's going to be able to deny this corner with the LG a little bit, but not forever, for sure. And Dewey goes down. Another roundup for Dramis.
Dramis looking great. Honestly, very impressed with how he's playing. Just making good reads, you know, knowing when to back off, playing off the items well, you know, just everything. He's really playing really sharp. I mean, I was impressed earlier with his win over Pi Hero. I felt that was a hell of a first opponent, you know what I mean, to go in the quarterfinals to have to play Pi Hero right away. So he's sharp, he's ready.
But Dramis, I mean, he is a bit of a machine here. He's been very consistent throughout the entire day. And he's going to be sticking on this end of the map. At least he's got a rail to defend himself with. But Dewey is much more focused on his own stack right now than anything else. He's still waiting for this heavy armor, and Dramis is going to bring that fight directly to him. Oh, it's a bit of a trap, but who trapped who? Dewey ended up getting the frag with 75 health left over. He's going to be taking a rocket jump up top here. 35 health left before taking that Mega, but I really got to applaud that play from Dewey. He recognized that A, Mega's up, B, I'm in real trouble if my opponent finds me off the spawn.
I like the, nice. Very nice grab.
And if you can catch your opponent in that corner, yeah, it's great.
I really like the trap. Nothing smells like bait when you just see a heavy armor or Mega Elf just sitting there. You know what I mean? At this level, you're like, why is it sitting there? Like, really? Like, come on. But these guys don't miss time stuff. You know, when you see something just sitting there, you got to question it for a minute. Like, It was just a great ambush, though. Good rockets from Dewey.
But here comes this slash. Dramis is going to be super nimble here. Dewey's just going to try to slow her down with the rockets as much as possible. 8 seconds to armor. Dewey's making his way down the relatively safe path to get there. He's just got to cross railgun first, but now he sees that Dramis is way back on rocket launcher and might actually be way early on this Mega. If Dewey's aware of that, he can put a lot of pressure on Dramis here.
Yeah, it's all about where he thinks the Mega timing is. Oh, no, but Dramis is in a bad position here.
And even if Dewey doesn't know, he's got his back to it. He can leave whenever he wants, but he is going to take down Dramis and take that round. He's not out of it just yet.
That rail clinched that frag there. There's nowhere you're going to go. You're just trapped back there. So good play by Dewey to get himself back in this map. It wasn't looking great for him. I mean, Dramis looked really strong with the first 2 rounds, but good bounce back round for Dewey there.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can force the tiebreaker.
And again, Dewey not wasting any time on that Mega. No delays, no tricks. He just wants to get weapons and get stacked and get back in this fight, and is even there a little bit early for this armor. Yeah, he saw that Dramis was going down that staircase a little bit later than intended, so it's going to be Rockets versus LG and Rail. So Dewey tries to close that gap, only gets a little bit of damage off, but now he's got a nail gun. He's going to drop down for Rail, and he might be able to catch Dramis down here. They both go for the Rail and both whiff.
Not a big, for me personally, not a big fan of delaying off that first. He missed the rocket.
Yeah.
That's incredible. But never been a big fan trying to delay like the very first pickup. It's risky. It can work out for you, but it's risky because it's just so early in the game. You don't have a full arsenal. A lot of things can happen in that first 30 to 45 seconds. So having them immediately split, I mean, it could come back to haunt you because if you give up that first frag, now your opponent
then
has
you lost everything.
Split.
And in general, I totally agree. I think if it's justifiable anywhere, it's justifiable here on Ruins because you generally do have a lot of safety in that first trade of items. So I've seen it happen more often than not where both players are delaying it, and that ends up with all sorts of chaos. But right now, Dewey's playing it really straight, going for the LG. Nice direct rocket. Dramis is going to be relatively low, and Dewey, even before he popped his piercing sight, he pre-fired that rocket and was ready for Dramis in that little hallway. There's no escape for Dramis there.
A nice turnaround for... Oh, you missed the Mega.
That's all right.
Have to turn around for that. Big turnaround for Dewey, though, especially after those first 2 rounds, man.
This LG from Dramis is crazy, though. Yeah, Dewey caught switching weapons.
Yeah. Just unfortunate there for him, especially with the heavy army. Looks like he's still going to get it off the spawn, though. Good for him.
Dramis is looking for damage on the staircase, though. And yeah, even if your opponent gets the armor, like, this is such a great angle to play for. Dramis is backing off, though. Almost getting the jump up the eyeball to Mega. Pretty good movement there. Pretty good timing on that. And Dramis is going to be able to at least match the stack with Dewey for the moment. Well, almost. Yeah, the armor will certainly help out.
Yeah, I definitely need the armor. For me, I never feel comfortable with just health. Even if I had an overstack with health, without the armor, it just seems it evaporates on you.
But Dramis is keeping the top of the map. He's got a lot of those habits from his slash play for sure. And he's going to be taking a similar route back up to Mega, almost anticipating Dewey going in for the attack, but he's not going to be here. This is going to be holding on to his own armor stack. And Dramis is keeping his back to the wall, like he's really making sure that Dewey can't get around him. So that means that Dramis is playing the middle of the map less and the edges a bit more, not finding Dewey just yet.
Still 1-1, though. He's recognizing, hey, I just need... I mean, if you're Dramis, what I'm thinking is, you know what? It's 1-1. It's 2 minutes left.
Yep.
I just need 1 frag here. 1 frag, 1 good frag. Keep control after that frag, and I'll ride this out.
And a rail like that to open things up. There's a rail taken by Dramis as well, but he's also taken away that Mega, so he might not be going in for the fight right here, and he's also wondering whether or not it's wise to stay around for this armor. Oh, but he's putting himself back in the choke point here. Dramis is going to find a way out, and Dewey is going to get the armor. Nice jump. Nice rail.
Oh, man. Nice rail. I was about to say he's not in great shape, but that rail certainly helped him out.
It's keeping things tight here at least, but again, you have to be careful when you're looking at Nail at Mega. He can be taken from behind pretty easily, but nothing is harder to hit than somebody who doesn't know you're there. And so Dramis got pretty lucky at that point.
Trying to get away here with the Doomslayer ability. I don't know.
Nice
oh, he got that armor. That was big. Big timing. Yeah, very good timing.
They are totally right. As this minute closes down, Dramis is looking for that 1 victory condition, and that is exactly 1 frag. Now, Dewey's Nyx can get off the spawn very quickly and become a bit of a problem, so Dramis wants to make this frag as cleanly as possible. Not so easy, though. He's going to have to play with this pillar to make sure that this last rail doesn't end him here. He's still alive. And at this point, if things go poorly for Dramis, he's going to start looking at this overtime more than anything else.
Well, I like his idea here because, one, it's 1-1, so even if you push to overtime, the pressure is kind of on Dewey because he has the 2-1 round lead. So even if you're Dramis, you're thinking, you know what, just make him work as, oh, this is going to be a frag.
Oh, wow. And he finishes off.
As soon as I'm not even going to finish what I'm saying at that point because... Yeah, that pretty much clinched it. But I was thinking if you're Dramis, like, even if Dewey were to
hold on, 8, 7, all right. Oh, one more shotgun shot might have done it there, but that is going to be Dramis taking the first map on Ruins of Sarnath. Yeah, I don't know what Dewey's thinking right now. He a penny for his thoughts, I'm sure.
Just regroup, man. Just one map. You just gotta feel like you gotta give credit where credit is due at this level, right? So you can't be getting too down on yourself. You got to recognize that Dramis is a top-notch player, and you got to regroup. Be like, you know what? It's a fresh map. It's 0-0 now. And just put it out of your mind. You can't think about it at all. You got to reset.
Really decisive play from Dramis, though. Like he knew what the risk-reward ratio was in most of those fights. There wasn't too much in terms of you know, surprises, a lot of randomness there. And of course, both players react very well in those situations. But Dramis, he got it out just by the edge. Let's see what he can do in map 2. That is going to be Blood Covenant, actually. Yeah. And this is a favorite of Dewey's, of course. But Dramis is no slouch here either.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right. I want to see how Dewey bounces back, because I think Dramis has been playing really sharp, really sharp. And you know me, I like to lurk in Twitch. I've been lurking, you know, King of the Hill and stuff. So I've been watching these guys. Dramis is no joke, man, no joke. If you didn't, I know European players may not understand, know so much about our scene because of the time. Not so much because they don't want to. I know you're laughing, but not so much because they don't want to, but because of time differences. It's hard to keep track of everybody. Yeah. And Dramis is definitely, if you're not familiar with the North American scene, Dramis is definitely somebody you should keep an eye on, no doubt.
He's one of the most consistent players I've seen in Quake, period. Like, he is, yeah, he doesn't slouch very much. He doesn't tilt very much. It's very difficult to keep him down.
And that, kind of going back to the non-tilting thing, you know, Dewey's kind of making a charge on the last map. I felt like Dramis is slowing it down. Like I said, it's like, you know what? If he gets his last frag here at the last minute, so be it. But I'm not going to make it easy on him. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep that pressure, and like, so like you're keeping your opponent thinking the whole time, like, man, this guy's cagey. You know, he's hard to kill. Like you're constantly thinking, like, how do I make something happen? And he's just not making it easy on his opponent, which is what you're supposed to do. Yeah. Like, even when you're in a bad spot, you got to make it hard on him.
That's pretty much the MO of whenever you're playing Galena. That's it in a nutshell. The more you can make them frustrated about going through teleporters or double guessing themselves as they're coming around a corner, or kind of cussing themselves out as they back into a totem, like the more tilted they get, the better things are for you in general.
Yeah, don't play angry. Yeah, that's good advice.
But if you can make your opponent angry, then you're doing your job right.
Oh yeah, if they get frustrated, I mean that's a wrap, man. They're gonna start charging at you in just all kinds of weird situations.
And I like what Dewey did there. That's actually a tough spawn as far as being able to read whether or not your opponent's going to pressure Mega. So having Visor certainly helps, but also playing it very slow made sure that Dramis wasn't going to be too much of a problem for Dewey there. And it means a very late Mega. It was also a pretty late armor as well, but that means that Dewey knows exactly where he needs to be next. And it's actually a bit of an option select now. Dramis has got to figure out, is he going to go for a Railmore, or is he going to put some pressure on the armor? Or is he going to stay by pillars? Okay, all right.
Now he's going to use sights. He's gonna
He's not going for anything in this entire cycle, though. He's just looking for when Dramis drops down for the armor. So I think that goes back to what you were saying a little bit earlier, Machiavelli, is like if somebody delays an initial item pickup, you don't know if your opponent's done the same thing. And so if you go like, aha, I'm very clever, I've done a delay, and you go wait for that armor and it's also delayed, then yeah, you've given up control of the situation.
Yeah, it's so early, and I don't think you have enough information, just from my experience. I don't think you have enough information to do an early game delay. I just think it's risky. I mean, it could, like I said, it could pay off for you, but in my opinion, it's just risky. Because when you play at an elite level, there's no guarantee you're going to get that first frag, and maybe you don't want the item split. You know, maybe you want a chance to recover in case you give up that first frag.
And from the look of it, neither player wants like a messy fight down here at the bottom, even though that's what they're in for right now. Like Dewey wanted just clean shots with the rail. It's what he got. And now Dramis is going to be on the run. Let me take a quick look at him here as he's going to be top of the teleporter, looking for a rail. He's opening himself up to a rail himself. That was a very kind of ballsy move. He's going to be able to recover back over on the armor side now, but he's got to be very careful about Dewey putting some pressure on him. Dewey currently preoccupied with the Mega, however. 2 seconds to armor. Dewey's going to come around this corner and look for the rail. He's going to get it. Not 100 damage just yet, but now Dramis has got to make an exit, using the stealth jump as much as possible, but at some point, yeah, he's going to need to decide whether to go out nail gun or armor.
Nice defensive play. I mean, honestly, the earlier I honestly felt, no, right when I say that.
Oh, and the rail gun
right when I say that. Great lightning gun and rail finish by Dewey. But earlier, I was going to say that Dramis did a good job of avoiding the frag. I really thought Dewey had him. He had the rights and he got away, but not that time. Rail combo. Yep. Just waiting for that. As soon as that first rocket landed, it was set up for that rail. Dewey in a good spot here. He needs to push heavy. Just missing.
That's all right. Dewey's keeping a lot of pressure up with these rockets. Nice 48 damage off of that bit of spam. That's going to give him a little bit of information. So Dewey's going to get the grab for Mega, and now he's got 10 seconds to make a move over towards bridge if he wants to. And yeah, he's going to spot Dramis up there, so that's going to immediately make him break off the fight. Try to come back in from the rail side of things and give himself this angle. That piercing sight's going to help as well, but he misses his first shot, misses his second shot, so no rails out of Dewey at that point. Dramis is going to rocket jump up for his own rail gun, barely avoiding those rockets from Dewey.
Yeah, unfortunate for Dewey there. He had sight, just couldn't land the shots he wanted. It would have really helped him out here, because now he can't, he would have pushed him. I think Dramis is going to get the... Did he not know Mega was up? What's going on here? Oh, there you go. He just got it there. Okay.
And yeah, one misread on Blood Covenant like that can have huge ripples for the round. But right now, there's one frag up for Dewey, and we know from historic precedent that he's more than happy to play that out for the last minute, and we're getting close to that here.
Yeah, and certainly against somebody like as good as Dramis. I mean, you're down to that last minute. Risky, but again, Dewey has a good stack. He's not exactly on his back foot here, just giving up the entire map. So he just needs to make sure he keeps some damage on Dramis. Don't let him get too stacked, and keep grabbing an armor of or mega health of your own. Make it so they can't just go at you indiscriminately.
Right.
And feel like I got a huge stack advantage and I'm going to make this play.
It's very rarely that you can justify doing that anyway, unless it's something crazy like a clutch or a scale bear and you have some stack to burn. But here, yeah, you really have to make sure that you're getting that first hit, that you're anticipating where your opponent's going. Dewey's got that one rail, and right now with the stack that Dramis has got, that might not be enough to open up the fight, but that LG certainly is. Holy crap. Dewey looking for the last rail, not quite getting it, but Dramis is coming back up the staircase. What is he doing? 5 HP for Dewey, and Dramis takes the frag with only 9 HP left to go. He's going to try to recover here. He's got to be watching his back. Yeah.
That's what caused Dewey to die. That switch to rail, and the fact that he missed it, obviously he hits it, it's a frag, but the fact he missed, he put himself in a situation where if he hit it, it's good. If he missed, he was screwed. Yeah. And that's never a situation you want to be in Quake. If he were just stuck with rocket launcher or another gun, that's a frag, easy.
I mean, at that angle,
all or nothing.
I do want to give Dewey the fact that at that angle, a rail is kind of a gimme. Like, if you got him popped up and they're about to go down there, how do you miss that? Well, now we see it happens if you do.
Yeah, but the problem is if you miss, what happens then? And then we just saw what happened.
9 HP though.
Unfortunate for him. Yeah, now we're in overtime, man. Well, that's what I mean. It's 9 HP. Why are you railing? Come on.
All right, so Dramis, he's going to be sitting on the nail gun here for a little bit. He's going to be the troll under the bridge, looking for Dewey and spotting him, but they're going to be whiffing each other. And not sticking around for a shot, too. They go, hey, I know you're there. Going to throw down a rail. Missed, no big deal. Bye. But now Dewey's backing over towards Mega. And this should be a pretty clean pickup. Dramis is not in a good position to do anything about this Mega whatsoever. He's going to be taking as many hourglasses as he can. Yeah. Piercing sight's back, but, where else is he going to be other than that Mega? But he is going to be able to catch him on the exit. There's a 100 damage rail to start things off. He's looking for another one, but these pillars are going to be just enough cover to allow Dewey to sneak back down to the pillars proper.
He's going to race over to heavy. He won't be in time. That's why he's turning around. Dramis got the pickup, so now you got a huge delay. I would imagine Dramis is going to go back for a hard challenge here at Mega Health. Even with that rail, I'd be surprised if he doesn't
here comes the rocket jump, though. Dewey's going to be full of berserk and full of fists, but he's going to be backing away from Dramis here as he takes away that Mega. Once again, 10 seconds to armor. Dramis is going to be sitting on it this time. He's got the piercing sight to know where Dewey's coming from, if anywhere, but this is a lot of time of not getting anything else.
Gonna get this heavy. See what happens here. The items are pretty split. So oh man, great rail. That's gonna keep him from pushing. Because I'm thinking if I'm in Dramis' shoes, he's been getting the heavy armor, and then I'd want to push over to Mega Health. But Dewey doing a good job of doing some damage after the pickup and keeping him from being able to be aggressive.
Yeah. But Dramis is in dire straits here. This is sudden death. If Dramis dies, that's the round. And Dewey's really well stacked up at this point. all that health that Doom guy has. Dramis doesn't even want to peek this teleporter. That was really risky. And Dewey just punches him out of nowhere. There it is, 1-0. Another slow round out of Dramis and Dewey, but one that Dewey manages to squeak on by with.
Yeah, good comeback there. I'm sure he was frustrated. He gave up that frag at the end to force it to overtime, but way to keep his wits about him. You know, keep playing. Don't get tilted, and get the win in the round.
Yeah. All right, so Dewey popping back up towards Rocket Launcher. He's got his sights set on Dramis, but he's going to be backing off to Mega before coming back in for anything else aggressive. Now he's still missing a railgun, and in Dewey's world, that's a big thing to be missing. So coming through this teleport is actually opening himself up to a potential shot. Dramis might be able to throw some kind of defense on the rail here, but no, the moment he went down towards LG, that was Dewey's opening to get that pickup. Nice.
Oh man,
yeah.
It's just, I love that because we have the benefit of X-ray. It's like Dramis kind of had a clue, like he might be over there, and he's like, I'm gonna look away from stairs. He's not there, and then of course Dewey pops up right then and hits him with the rail. It's just so interesting. Yeah,
in the first 30 seconds, if you're coming from armor, and yeah, you need an LG. LGs are nice to have, but crossing all the way over to pillars, there's not a whole lot you get there. And Dramis is going to get MG'd on down, just had nowhere to go out there in Scrag land.
Yeah, being a little too cheeky there, dodging, hoping to hit his shots. But yeah, Dewey just putting that steady machine gun damage on him, forcing him to hit the hard shot, which he just wasn't doing. It's a tough angle to hit somebody up on the bridge like that, especially if a top player is good at moving and baiting out shots. Oh, man.
The timing on that rail, jeez. All right, just looking for that one frame of a slash to the teleporter, and that's it. And yeah, slash is a little bit squishy here, but Dewey is looking to get the clamp on. Dramis is down to 50 health, taking away some of the 25s down by the bridge. But it's still 10 seconds before armor, so he's going to be in a little bit of trouble if he wants to stick around on this side. Yeah, making a hasty escape. Oh, he's coming back in for it. Oh, there's the rocket to rail, and Dewey locks down that slash. Dramis now stuck on his Doom guy, and he gets a spawn by armor as well. There.
Dewey looking strong right now. It seems like Blood Covenant's his go-to, right? I mean, this has really been his his home, I guess, would be a good way. He seems very comfortable here.
Much more comfortable.
Oh, yeah. The double jumps.
Yeah. Yeah, in any other game, a double jump would just be like a nice thing for mobility. Here, it's the difference between getting railed or not, or getting rocketed or not.
Yep. Just that little extra hop.
Yeah.
Oh, nice again. With the sight. Dramis in big trouble right now.
And Dewey doesn't really have a clear path to kind of pressure Dramis right now. But that's not really the idea on Blood Covenant. You don't chase after anybody. You just want to kind of tighten that that web until they have nowhere to hide. Or they go up a jump pad twice. But he missed it anyway. He missed another one. And Dramis has got all this health back. He's going to be throwing down a little bit of LG onto Dewey, but saving it for another day.
Definitely a missed opportunity to close the round out there for Dewey. Still landing great rail there, though, to keep the pressure on. Yeah, he heard the sound cue. Dramis down there with the rails in him, so Dewey knew for a fact he was down there. You just hear that hum.
That's one of the few places where you can go, all right, it's go time. But all this LG from both of them, fantastic shots, but Dewey is able to take another round here on Blood Covenant. One more from him, and we'll be going into a tiebreaker on this semifinal.
Great matchup, man. Just really intelligent plays on both sides, going back and forth. It's just all about who gets who gets the initiative, right? Yeah. In these battles, it really is. It's a second here, a second there. Starting out with Slash this time. Interesting.
Okay, I mean that's a good way to kind of collapse the map a lot and take control of everything at once. But you kind of have to get the setup for it, and in order to get that setup, you need the initial damage. And right now, Dramis is kind of getting that. Somebody just flipped on his rails, yo.
Yeah, the rail shots definitely. Dewey doesn't know what to do right now. He's just buying time. He's forcing Dramis to go back to the armor, thinking if you wait long enough, right? But yeah, he's not. He's in a shaky position right now.
It's also Dramis making sure that Dewey's not going to get a railgun of his own. He's going to be much more concerned about getting 25s for the time being. This is where Dramis can just very quickly, split the map in half and make sure that Dewey's not going to be putting any pressure on this side. But that leaves a Mega open for Dewey. And Dramis is pretty much just waiting for him to, like, come out to the side of the map. Like, come through mid, dude. It'll be all right. Come through that teleporter. Like, eventually what you want is, you know, to have a good 6 seconds between Mega and armor, and then you can just, like, skate across the top of the map and take that very, very quickly.
And he's definitely got enough time. It's all about putting pressure right here. It looks like he's going all in.
We're starting to see that split, but Dramis is taking a lot of damage anytime they get anywhere close to each other. So Mega's going to be left up to Dooi again, and now Dramis is going to be waiting for an armor with only 80 HP. I don't like the way that sounds. Now Dewey's got a railgun. This is going to be bad news if Dooi finds him with that shot. Dramis down to 20. Armor's still up in 2 seconds, and Dramis really stuck himself there. Like, he did not need to be at that point.
Yeah, he just didn't want to take no for an answer in regards to getting that armor, and he's in a bad spot. I agree with you. I was surprised he peeked out again from the nail gun position there. Maybe I think he probably thought Dooi was going to shoot another rail shot instead of that rocket, so he's thinking, you know what, I'm low health, but you know, I'm gonna risk it.
He's able to trade it at least here, so he's able to take that frag back. He's got a bit of that Mega still under his belt, taking away a railgun now. Ooh, and that Ghost Walk saving Dooi from a direct rocket, which is bad news when you're Nyx. But now that he doesn't have a Ghost Walk, he might not have a way to walk out of this fight. But Dooi takes it just barely. Oh, what's he saying? He's saying GG? What? He's saying GG?
Whoops.
That was a little premature, Dooi. A little bit of, all right. Took a page out of Strengths' book there.
He did that on purpose.
Oh, yeah. There's no accidentally typing enter G twice and then enter again and going, oh, I'm sorry, what was I doing? What was that?
What was I doing?
All right.
Oh, my bad.
Dewey's a really polite guy, but he's starting to learn some of the darker arts.
Become a Sith Lord before we know it.
Dramis trying to run down to LG, yeah. And if he comes out Mega side, he's going to be in trouble. Yeah, he's really on death's doorstep.
He's in bad shape. Those health bubbles are gone, and thank goodness he can get that one. And oh, he's in bad shape. There's not a lot of health left. He's getting some now, but he's literally taking like every health bubble that's available still on the map. They're getting him just to like barely base stack of health.
That's the thing about Doom.
That's never good.
So much there, but he's down below at pillars. A nice delay on that jump pad. Dooi didn't really see it coming, and he lost a lot of his, well, quote-unquote stack, as much as you can have when you're Nyx anyway. 12 seconds to armor, and yeah, Dewey's going to have to Ghost Walk out of this one. It's not going to put the jump pad just yet. We still hear Berserk Pack from Dramis. It's not going to be roofing Dooi anytime soon. And there's the armor pickup. 10 seconds to Mega. And if Dooi wants to come across the bridge, he might be able to get to the pillars just in time, but he's not really going to be pushing for it. Yeah, he's going to make sure he's got Ghost Walk up before anything else. Wise choice.
Yeah, he's got a minute to go, so he can play defensive here, especially with Ghost Walk. There it is. Some damage. He might even go for the frag here with Dramis. Oh, yeah. Nice rail. Yep. Oh, good return rail, though. Now you got to be careful.
And that's the thing about Nyx, like, you take any rail on this map, and you've got to, you know, go get a 25, go get an armor, and it used to be really easy to do that. Not so much anymore. Got to play a little bit more defensive. But at the same time, Dramis, he's running out of time to take down this Nyx and at least tie up the frags for an overtime. Dooi really good defensive rockets. And Mega's being left up by Dramis here. Like, that's really been a trade in their sides of the map. And Dewey's still got time. Oh, Dramis thought that he could get that Mega. And now it's going to be GG. Yeah, all right. Wow.
Nice read. When you're at Mega, you can easily hear that jump pad over there going to rail. So when somebody goes up there and you hear a jump right after that, it's, you just throw a prediction rocket over there. And good prediction by Dooi. Dramis ran right into it. So good rebound for Dooi. We're going to winner takes all map now.
Yeah, it's going to be a tiebreaker here. Third map coming up here between Dooi and Dramis. And I love just the complete difference in gameplay that we saw between Ruins and Blood Covenant. And usually, like, size-wise, they're the more similar to each other in the duel pool more than anything else. But the way it plays out, so very, very different, just because Ruins is a little bit closer to Blood Run, actually, where you can take Mega and put pressure on armor immediately. Here, they're on completely separate sides of the map, and you've got to, use the noggin a little bit more. You got to activate your almonds.
Yeah, definitely one of the things about Blood Covenant, like the opposite side of the map thing with the heavy items. It's just, how do you play off that? You have, like, when you separate, it's like there's so many ways to play off that because they're just so far apart. Whether you're defensive, offensive, I mean, it just takes so long. It's a big map. It really is. Like,
and of course,
in terms of getting from point A to point B.
We used to have to make all those point A to point B calculations, but now we got to like factor in. It's more of a polynomial thing now, where we got to be like, okay, well, if they're playing Doom Guy, they can go here. If they're playing Nyx, they can go here. If they're playing Slash, they can go from here to here. And in this amount of time, if they're playing Clutch, then I got to worry about the dashes. And it's it's a multifactorial thing, and it's something that only iteration can really teach you. Is like, okay, if he's playing a Slash, am I safe going here when I know he was there 5 seconds ago? Maybe not. But the tiebreaker. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, the platform and everything on mid, like you mentioned, jumping across mid back and forth is huge. That's why Doomslayer's picked so often, because it just grants you so much mobility.
Yeah.
And you're right about that. Like, you're thinking, oh, I got time, I'm over here, but oh, shoot, he literally just jumped across mid, and now he's on me. It just changes the map quite a bit. And then, of course, the teleporter that they added was awesome.
Yeah, actually, the first time I saw the map, I was like, oh, cool, you've got like this new walkway up here, you've got this new teleporter, and at first I was like, teleporter and another walkway by the Mega. I was like, that's really weird, but now I go back to the old DM6, I'm like, this is kind of constrictive, there's not a lot you can do in Pillars. Now you've got all of these crazy options, and yeah, the 4D chess is real. But we are going to another reinvigorated classic here. It's going to be a Blood Run for the tiebreaker. Couldn't ask for a better map for this third one. And one of these guys will be moving forward into the grand final. The other... well, not so much.
The other can cry to Mama tomorrow.
Oh, there's no crying.
Mama will always listen. Yeah, but Mama will always listen. So don't worry. Whoever loses, your mother will be there tomorrow. So.
Right, tomorrow's Mother's Day. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah. Right. Yes. I
yes,
totally
that's right.
did forget.
Twitch chat, everybody. Yeah, everybody. If you can say Happy Mother's Day to your mothers tomorrow.
Those of you who have a mother and weren't grown from a vat.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I don't want to discuss where I came from.
VAT Day is coming soon as well. Yeah, so send your VAT a nice Happy VAT Day card. And no, Zoot, that doesn't mean value-added tax. Don't worry about it. All right. So Blood Run coming up.
Whoa.
Acronym puns. How fun.
Throwing those jabs at the Europeans over there. That's what we do.
Taxes. Thank God we don't have those in America.
Shoot. Don't make me go over there and throw some tea off a ship again. Dude.
it was over. Never mind. You're in Arizona. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got the GLs and the HFs. No GGs being thrown out by Dewey just yet. Stay polite. All right, we got Dewey on small armor spawn by rocket launcher, and where we see a lot of players not go for that rocket launcher right away, Dewey's wasting no time. He wants that rocket, he wants that LG, and, you know, Mega on the way is just a nice bonus. Oh, but we can hear the footsteps coming down the stairs. Yeah, Dewey's got to know he's going to be there. But does Dramis know? Well, he's got a great rocket to follow up with. Oh, jeez. Did you hear somebody say pole?
Yeah, just as soon as he got launched in the air, that was all bad. And it's the worst feeling. So, one, you get launched in the air, it's already bad enough. But then you get launched in the air right next to a wall. So it's like, even if they miss the direct midair, they're going to hit you with something because the wall's right there.
There was that little moment of hesitation. Oh, I mean, a nice return from Dewey, but there was that small moment of hesitation as he was coming up the staircase that really cost him. Yeah, that's where, you know, the pitter-patter of little feet had to be heard by Dramis as well. But Dewey's rails are stepping back just as hard as they're going to be both on Visor at this point. Dewey recovering in the playpen room. 14 seconds to Mega, and Armor's going to be a little bit after, so Dewey's going to be looking for an early setup. Oh, where's Dramis? There he is. Found him. And he's got a very nice rocket and a rail. He's looking for another one to finish off, but he's not going to get it just yet. That's fine. He can still back off here to Mega. No problem. Oh, but there's that fadeaway rail and a second frag up for Dewey. Good return.
Yeah, Dewey 5 for 7 right now with his initial rails in this game. So he's 71% right now to start off. That'll get you off to a good start on Blood Run.
And Dewey's making sure that this rocket is not going to go to Dramis without him paying the toll. He's looking for the rail first. He's only got 3 slugs under his belt, though. And Dramis is playing this similarly quiet as Mega's coming up, and 4 seconds to armor. So Dramis might be making the, hey, while you're going for Mega, I'm just going to get a free armor, please, thank you. But Dewey is not going to be allowing that one to go away for free. 96 damage off that rocket, nicely done. He's looking for the rail, doesn't quite get it, but Dramis got nothing out of that play. Well, 1 rail and a Mega.
Nice
good return, good opening of opportunity. That's like one of those very, very narrow windows where you might be able to run through while your opponent's getting that armor.
Yep. Yeah, very opportunistic there by Dramis to take advantage of that. Like you said, it was a very small opening that he had to do that, and he was able to make it. So good for him. Probably pulled him back into this round just a little bit because he was on dire straits there.
All right, so Dramis, he's got his LG out at rail range, so that's cute. Mega's going to be up though for Dramis. It's going to be a free pickup as they're now just trading items, but trading rail shots as well. Dramis going for that last, oh, by the way, rail. Popping through TP. Dramis doesn't really have a great reason to be up here other than the small, the small armor. But with 10 seconds to either item, Dramis has got to make sure that he's not going to be caught on his way to either armor or mega. At the same time, he's kind of lost track of Dooi, and this is a great map for losing track of your opponent. Ooh, great prediction rocket to rail from Dooi. Wow. Dramis has got to immediately rethink things.
Yeah, he had sight up for that one, and that's why he walked right into it. This is going to be a frag for Dooi. Ooh, wow, Dramis kind of... I thought Dooi was going to go all in there, but he chickened out a little bit. You know, he was like, I'm getting low, I'm not going to risk it, because he had the frag lead, so, you know, why push? But honestly, if he would have pushed, that's a win. That's it. Next round.
But Dramis
it's just
had
risky, you know?
a lot of trouble getting any kind of 50s here. Like, you got to be aware of... You know, the 225s by the teleporter exit, the 225s on top of the rocket launcher stairs, and then you've got like a few scattered 25s around, but Dramis hasn't been able to take much of anything. He's waiting for these 225s up here, but he's going to be waiting here for a while, just hoping that Dooi doesn't show up. And Dewey's actually waiting on the armor spawn, going, are you back there? Okay, yeah, cool. Now that I know that, I can go get Mega for free.
Yeah, Dewey's in a good spot now because he's fully stacked. So even though he didn't get that frag, he's got 1 minute to go. He's got the frag lead. Dramis, I mean, even if he pushes right now, he's going to need some kind of hard initial damage to even get a frag bomb. See, just that little chip damage is like he doesn't have a good enough stack to push. He knows if he pushes, even though he has to. I mean, it's giving up a frag.
And Dooi, again, he's willing to sandbag this round. So Dramis, he's got to find a way to get a frag in the next 30 seconds. He's got Mega. He doesn't want to rocket jump up just yet. Is this jump pad a safer bet, though? Well, with the dire orb, maybe. But he didn't get any damage off of it. He's looking for that last rocket, looking for the rail, and Dooi is just barely alive, 14 health. And that round is going to go to Dooi.
What a cheeky rail there by Dramis. I mean, he dropped into 14 health. If it wasn't,
he was trying to crunch the numbers. He was thinking, all right, jump pad, damage off of the dire orb. Only that dire orb went so wide. Like, kind of threw him a curveball there.
Good effort, though, man. A lot closer than I thought I was going to get to. Oh, nice initial frag. Yeah. Woo.
I keep wanting to like make fun of the way that Dooi just flicks away from all of his shots, both his rockets and his rails, but when it works, it looks fantastic. And that's why he does it, I'm sure. Man.
Just that's one of those things, one of the advantages starting with Ranger on this map, it can really pay dividends for you. I think you can see why. Oh yeah. Nice.
Do it again. All right, yeah. Fantastic work. So Dramis is gonna have a little bit more to work with off of this spawn on Visor. He's looking for a Mega. And he's going to be looking for an item trade at the very least, but that's going to leave him with only an LG. And so if Dooi wants to get up close and personal, now's his chance. But there's a rail going over to Dramis. Dooi can't really prevent that. But at what point do you just get scared of that dire orb?
Yeah, and the fact that he has no rocket launcher right now, so coming around, not only you're worried about the rocket launcher, you're worried about the dire orb too. So he's got a problem on his hands right now. He needs to slow play this as best he can. There's still plenty of time for this round, but yeah, oh no.
Nice. He was going to be able to hold on to his stack, and you know, trading a lot of damage is fine when there's no other items being left on the map for Dramis, but Dramis is starting to even that score a little bit here, but he's down to his last champion in the second round.
He was able to even out that stack though pretty well.
Yeah. He's running around very loudly for a Visor that doesn't have his piercing sight back up, so he's not going to have a lot of awareness of where Dooi is, especially with Dooi going relatively quiet. But there's the drop down for Mega. The orb goes wide, but Dramis is down to 18 health. If he can get a frag here, it would be a miracle. He tries to turn around, but that machine gun finishes him off.
Nice frag by Dooi. That's just standard. He knew, he probably figured Dramis was down there setting an ambush, but you know, he had his dire orb up, just grabbed the armor. Ranger is dangerous in close proximity with a rocket launcher because you know he doesn't take as much self damage.
Yeah.
And then plus the dire orb and everything, so just good solid frag.
He's starting off with Visor here, though. He just wants to leverage in just the raw rails. He misses number 2. He's able to take away Mega. Armor's still up. And yeah, if Dramis wants to come through this room, it's going to be tough for him. He had a rocket launcher, though. So Dewey's going to take a little bit of damage there. But at this point, Dewey's just robbing Dramis of any kind of comeback recovery.
I like the swap, too, right?
Yeah.
The champion swap. Just like, right? He played great with Ranger. He really did. But you think as your opponent, as his opponent, you think, oh, he's probably going to go with Ranger again. And then you anticipate that, you come in, oh crap, it's Visor. Like, he just swapped it on me. Like, there's a little unpredictable. And look, a great fight there.
Speaking of predictable, like, why did that fight need to happen? Dramis trying to make his own Ranger work, but Dewey says no. 48 seconds, 2 frags down for Dramis.
Great rocket play. Oh, he ran into one. He's probably going to, oh no! Oh man, one more good rocket you would have got out of that.
That's big for Dramis. It's just the 1 frag, but he needs something here to lay a stake on this round. Nice rail.
Yeah, I was looking bad. Oh, that there's going to help him out big time. Yeah, I was looking bad. It looked like it was just going to be a steamroll. Just wanted to get by.
That's the shortest, most effective Dire Orb I've ever seen. Just a 5-foot one, just to get across a tiny little gap. I don't want to get railed, thanks. It's worth it.
He made it.
He made it, yeah. Dramis has still got a great stack here, and he's looking for Dewey, who's making all this romping and stomping around up top, to drop down the jump pad. Just going to be able to take Mega here.
Be careful, though.
Yeah.
Like, even, you know, Ranger, right? Even though you think you got an advantage, you come around that corner, you're going to eat that Dire.
Right.
So it's one of those scary things because you're down to your last frag.
And this is where a Dire Orb would be especially dangerous to Dramis for all the stack that he's got built up, so it would be really good for him if he could get a first rocket off, but he's kind of giving away his position with that one. Dewey, oh, he's not even see Dewey. Where's the orb? There it is! Oh! Didn't look twice. Oh, no.
Funny. Oh, you saw it coming too. I was like, oh no. And that was an amazing. You gotta admit that was a fitting finish for a Dewey match. I'm sorry.
That's the most classic Dewey play I've seen in a while. Yeah. Just stand still and wait, and he'll come to you. It was the one rocket, though. Yeah. It was like, all right, Dewey knows that it's worthwhile setting up here on this corner for a little bit. Just wait and let it happen. And Dramis ate it. That means that our grand final is going to be Chain and Dewey.
You know, it's funny that waiting around the corner. It reminded me of like I quote it, classic Dewey from the early QuakeCon qualifiers. Remember?
Yeah.
There were some moments where he'd like wait around corners. He's just like, oh, there it is, Dire Orb frag. You just see it coming. So, I gotta say that's a classic Dewey frag right there, and.